Storyblok is a headless content management system that provides a flexible and efficient way to manage content for websites. Recently integrated with Virto Commerce, it streamlines the content creation and publishing process. Businesses can now quickly deploy new content and updates and reduce the time to bring updates to market. We are going to explore 4 possible scenarios to start with: creating main page model, configuring Megamenu, creating and configuring category pages, and configuring footer. Now we are going to create content for the main page of the Virto Commerce storefront theme using Storyblok CMS. In the Content tab, click on the Create New button and create a new story. Enter the name Main Page. Select a predefined content type, Main Page. Click on the Create button to preview the created page. Our Storyblok creates the page path based on the entered story name, so let's go to the Configuration section and enter the actual page path in the Real Path field. In our case, it is /. Save the changes and see that our main page has been loaded, and now we will populate it with content. For example, to start, we want to add a custom component, a slider. To do this, click the Add Block button and select it from the list. Since the slider model also has nested blocks, slides, we will add them inside the slider. As you can see, the default image has already appeared in the preview. Let's add the actual URL and specify the ID of this slide. We immediately get the result and see that the slider is displayed on the page. Let's add the next block called Teaser, which allows us to create a header. Write the header text and move it to the top of the page. We also want to display daily deals on this page, so let's add the Display Products component, which will display product cards. Now let's add product cards inside this component. Enter the product ID, and our storefront theme will automatically fetch the product information and display it on the page. Let's repeat this for the next products. We are adding a book, an Epson and an HP multifunctional printers. Let's save our changes and see that our main page is filled with content. Click on the Publish button and go to your storefront page to see that all the changes have been applied. Now we are going to configure a global component, Catalog Menu or Megamenu in the Storyblok CMS and add it to the Virto Commerce storefront theme. We have already created a global folder in Storyblok and added Megamenu to the space, so let's create content for our menu. After loading the preview, you can see that the Catalog button does not have a chevron, which means that the menu does not contain any items. To add them, click the Add Block button and select Megamenu. Now let's populate it with columns. Go to the Megamenu block and click the Add Block button. Select Megamenu item and specify the title of the column, its ID, and priority. Now we want to add individual links that will be located in this column. To do this, click the Add Block button. Then select Megamenu link item. Specify the title of the link, its ID, priority, and URL. Repeat these steps to add another menu item. Similarly, click plus to add another Megamenu item. Enter its title, tires in our case, its ID, and priority. click Add Block. Then select Megamenu Link Item to add its ID, title, URL, and priority. Now you can see that both the bolts and tires categories have been added to the Megamenu. You also see that the catalog button has got its chevron. This means that the data for our menu has been loaded. Open the Megamenu and see that the bolts and tires have been added to the menu. Publish your changes and go to Storefront to see that the changes have been successfully applied. The menu includes clickable bolts and tires items. Now we are going to create and customize category pages of the Virto Commerce Storefront theme using Storyblok CMS. These is going to be a bolts category. First, we need to create a new story in the Content tab. Enter the name Bolts and select the predefined content type Catalog. After clicking the Create button, we will be taken to the preview of the created page. On this page, we want to disable left sidebar, so let's turn off the Show Sidebar option at the right side of the page. Also, we want to add slider here, so click the Add Block button and select it from the list. Let's add the slides inside it. Add the actual URL and specify the ID of this slide. We immediately get the result and see the slider is displayed on the page. Publish the newly created category and view the result on the Storefront webpage. Open the Bolts category in the Megamenu and see that all the changes have been applied. Now, we are going to configure a global component footer in the Storyblok CMS and add it to the Virto Commerce Storefront theme. We have already created a global folder in Storyblok and added a footer to the space, so let's create content for our footer. After loading the preview, you can see that the footer does not contain any items. Let's add them. Click Add Block and select Footer. To populate it with columns, go to the Footer block and click the Add Block button. Select Footer Item and specify the title of the column. In the Links field, click Add Block. Specify the title of the link and its URL. Repeat these steps to create other links and columns. Similarly, specify its title and add a link to it. After creating a couple of columns, click Save to see that the footer now contains the data we have added. Publish the changes and go to your storefront. You can see that it contains two columns, each having one link. Now it's safe to say that you can create main page, fill it with content, configure Megamenu, and footer.